basically a triangle set up approximately 3 to 5 yards, and you have an athlete start in the middle. It's under the idea of disruptive training. You're adding a verbal stimulus and having the athlete react, so having to make the decision on where to go off that stimulus, but as well change directions, be mobile, be quick, get back into position. I like it a lot for defensemen working in their own zone through the corners. So if a defenseman sees a loose puck and he has to get into the corner to get that loose puck, you might miss it. You're constantly having to make your move but get back into place. It's a great exercise for teaching that ability to react to stimulus, do what you got to do, but then also return back to your ready position and be ready for the next movement. The simplest progression is just number your cones, 1, 2, 3. Often I'll do 1 as a point, the top point of the cone pylon. 2 back and left, 3 back and right. You can use colors, you can use numbers, you can change it all up. The tougher you make the signal or the code for that, the harder it's going to be for the athlete to react. And on that reaction, you'll call out a number. So you start with 1, your athlete goes to 1. As they're returning, you make the next call. They come back, and as they're not even fully set, you want them to have to make that next decision where to go. Could be a 3, could be back to 1. But the key is constantly challenging them to react quicker and quicker. The things that you want to do is make sure that the athlete remembers never to extend to make a stop. So if they're trying to reach with their foot, with their hand, and extending past their midpoint of their body too far, it's slowing them down in their transition. So if I'm reaching with my leg to touch a spot, to get back in position and go the other way, it's slowing me down. It takes me often an additional step because my feet are so wide. First to get back in position, then to get moving in the direction I want to go. So the key is to keep our feet below our hips and keep nice and low that way. And then just to keep our head up and chin up. Reaction-wise, you want to be aware where things are ahead of time. I'll get them to visualize before we start where the different codes are, whether it's a 1, 2, 3. And as a coach, I'll often change their positioning, their start position, where they square up to every time they come back. So I'll just have, if I'm walking around, I can walk randomly through the crowd. What I'll do is I'll have them always stay square to me. So when they come back to right position, they have to square to me no matter where I am. So I might do circles in the gym, or I might walk through them. I'm constantly messing with that. It messes up where their sense of direction is, and it forces them to have to be challenged more that way. If we're doing it more for development and speed, quickness stuff and reaction work, you won't do many more than maybe 5 or 6 or 7 sets of 5 or 6 passes. If you're doing it for a conditioning thing, you might do it at a time. Like you might do 20 seconds of work or 30 seconds of work with a selected amount of rest. I like to do 30 seconds of work with 30 seconds to a minute of rest in between. If I'm going to go hard, I'm going to be 30 seconds and 30 seconds, 20 seconds and 40 seconds.